How do you feel about Custer Immunity World having to cancel their entire U.S. tour?
Well, it's definitely not like look. So,
not a great look.
I have to fart.
I mean, like I'm
kind of picturing what it might smell like.
I'm assuming like they're gonna say they're probably because they
blamed it on Pun.
Really?
I think Pun like agreed to take the blame for it in the clip that I saw. Instead of like addressing it serious at all or like admitting that they didn't really sell tickets like the way they would have needed to go on tour, they basically were like, oh, Pun fucked it up. It was Pun. And Pun, you could tell like didn't really feel like he was responsible, but felt like he kind of had to take it.
Yeah,
but that's a way better narrative to be like my manager did a shitty job booking it. Well, that's an easier narrative than nobody bought any tickets.
That's super. It's an L.
I mean,
for
that's
show.
another.
It's an L.
That's saying that in so many words.
It's an L.
They didn't promote it the right way. He did a shitty job at booking. Like all of that sounds like. Nigga,
I mean, one person was saying in the Reddit, and I don't necessarily know if I believe him, but it seemed kind of serious, but they were saying that they work at the venue in Chicago, I think, and they said that they sold 12 tickets, which that doesn't really surprise me. That honestly kind of sounds like accurate. Like that's kind of what I would have expected.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's such an ambitious undertaking, trying to like being a national touring podcast act. Like,
because even
that'd be hard for us to pull off.
We were, I think their first show was supposed to be
in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago for sure. Yeah. But that's what you would do if you actually want to do a live show in a city. You know what you need to do?
You need to from that city.
Interview people from that city. Maybe go to that city and do shit for free. Do some pop up shit. Do a meet and greet. Do whatever. Like go there, do some vlogs with some artists or whatever, and like lay the groundwork. Like Chicago would be an easy market for us right now. Atlanta would be an easy market because we've done so much with so many different people. I already know I'm lit in those markets. I went to Austin, Texas. I could not fucking walk around downtown because so many people wanted to talk to me. Yeah. That's when I was like, oh, Austin would be a smart place for us to go because I already know from walking around here that there's no way we're not selling 400 or 500 tickets in Austin because I just walked down the street and had fucking 20 people say what up to me.
But a lot of entertainers suffer from Tupac.
Break that down.
Where they think that they too popping.
Yeah.
And then you like fucking book some shows and you go rock out with like 30 people in the crowd and it kind of like humbles you.
And that's happened to me. I've been
It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
I think that was their attitude because somebody was sending me like pictures of some of the venues they booked and they were fucking small ass venues. But the reality is like, all right, you sell 12 tickets. That's like $200. If you're selling $20 tickets, $240. Maybe you're selling $30 tickets, $360, whatever. That's one flight. You know, the amount of money you're going to spend to go to all of these fucking cities if you have to fly out 4 hosts plus the manager.
No, I'm assuming they would fucking have a springer at least, right? They're not going to be flying in between every city.
Hell no, you can't drive between. No, because it's wicked. It's super spread out. On the original flyer, it was like weekends.
Okay,
you know, you go and you do 3 dates or whatever.
Spot dates.
But you probably got to fly between a lot of those fucking. That shit is gonna be so expensive.
Yeah,
spending $400 on a flight for 5 people. That's $2,000 right there. Then if you don't really like move tickets, you're gonna have to pay for the venue.
Yeah,
you're gonna be in the hole with the venue.
Market that's like demanding. It's not like
that's not even including
like
hotels.
You're rapping or doing something like you're doing a live show of your podcast. So it's not even a market to where it's like, oh, everybody wants to go see this type of thing.
Yeah, because that shit people watch on YouTube. You feel me? Like, but if Denny Mullen shows up in a city and he like announces, "Hey guys, come meet me here. We're gonna do a little flash mob, fucking drinking in this field outside of rural Idaho," he'll get 50 people to come through and turn up with him.
And that's free. That's like not
even free.
Because you got to realize too that especially when you go to these smaller cities and shit, like $30 for a ticket is a big deal.
That's
you know, it's not like out here where like everybody seems to have expendable income for no reason.
That's why I said $250 for Boosie is like $500K in New Orleans or in Louisiana. You know what I mean? Because literally the cost of living you have to account for.
He's in Atlanta.
Okay, outside of Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, nah, Georgia is starting to hit like LA.
Georgia's going up, but it's still, you get a lot more.
Somebody said, Adam, you keep mentioning Austin. Are you thinking about moving to Texas? That was probably one of the last places I would ever move.
Yeah.
I've lived in Texas and I do like it. It's a great place. But moving there, like, I mean, the comedy scene very much lives there.
That's like
and a lot of touring artists go there. And but besides that,
because it's only 2 things that live in Texas, and that's deers and clears, and I don't see no goddamn antlers on you, boy.
Don't play.